here, and welcome to the 60th Anniversary Studio Tour. Like I said, the driver's name is Robert, and my name is Brian, and I'll be your guide today. And as we head down there is a couple of safety rules that we do need to talk about, so let's just talk about them right now. First, if you need any guest assistance or have a medical emergency, or if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or have any sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red E cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated and keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Remember to use the red cord above your head if you need any assistance. The studio is private property. If at any time during the tour you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord and remain seated. Please, no smoking of any kind during the tour. And be prepared, our tour today features loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and many water effects. You want to have your cameras out for great photo opportunities, but do keep an eye on them so they don't get wet. And finally, for your safety and the safety of everybody around you, please do not use selfie sticks while on board. All right, let's get this 60th Anniversary Studio Tour on the road. And to help us kick our tour off, it's the master of ceremonies, the host of The Tonight Show. It is Jimmy Fallon.
No, not the old video. What's the new one, yeah.
I'm Jimmy Fallon. Hi, Jimmy. Welcome aboard the world-famous studio tour. I know what you're thinking. Why the tux? Well, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. That's right, 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own great white charm. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we'll pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes and discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience like no other.
All right, so on March 15th, 1915, our founder, Carl Laemmle, invited the public into the studio to watch silent movies being made. Guests could walk from set to set and marvel at the new technology involving in filmmaking, but with the invention of sound and the need for quiet on the set, the original walking tour ended. And in the 1960s, under the leadership of the company chairman, Lou Wasserman, and executive Al Dorskin and Jay Stein, the idea of reviving a tour of the studio returned when the Gray Line bus tours originating in Hollywood made a stop at our gates. On July 15th, 1964, the first of our red-white candy-striped glamour trams took 67 passengers on a 2-hour driving tour of the Universal lot, and the world-famous studio tour was born. We started with 2 drivers, 2 guides, and 1 ticket seller working out of a trailer on Langershim Boulevard. From there, the studio tour expanded with fantastic one-of-a-kind Hollywood elements like the rock slide and the burning house, which were right here on the lot back in the 1970s and 80s, right here where Fire Station 51 is. Isn't that funny? The burning house was right where now the fire station is. Coincidence? I think not. Now, right now, we are on a glamour tram, a 60th anniversary special tram. It's one of our super trams dressed up in a throwback style. So this red and white candy striping was originally created by Hopper Goff, a well-known Hollywood art director and set designer who worked on movies like Willy Wonka, The Chocolate Factory for the Paramount Picture, and was known for his fantastical designs. In 1983, we upgraded to super trams, allowing us to carry more guests and experience more thrills. And in 2000, we added onboard video, turning the tram into basically a movie theater on wheels. And in the past 5 years, we've even gone electric. And admission on opening day in 1964 for the tour was only $2.50. There were 5 scheduled daily tours, 5 days a week. All right, so right now we are leaving our front lot. We're entering our front lot, where we start heading into the front lot where we're driving in between studio and the theme park. On your right is Super Nintendo World, home to Mario and Luigi, the stars of the biggest film of 2023, the Super Mario Brothers movie. This is also where the studio tour guests once had a chance to explore the facets of Hollywood not accessible to the public before 1964. In the 60s and 70s, they could visit the dressing room of comedy legend Lucille Ball, step into the office of Oscar-winning costume designer Edith Head, or drive through the prop warehouse on the tram. And by the 1980s, this was the home of the Preview Center, a popular stop on the tour that included special effects stage and an interactive show that featured actor Robert Wagner as its video co-host. On your left, you're seeing our sound stages. And to tell us more about that, here's the next guest of our 60th anniversary from the Peacock series, Bel Air, Jabari Banks and Ali Shelton.
Hollywood magic is made. How? Well, inside the sound stages that surrounds us, we can create any kind of environment the script demands. For the past 60 years, studio tour visitors have driven right by these buildings, and inside these walls, the sets from your favorite TV shows and movies have transported audiences anywhere the imagination can take it. Even to a palatial mansion in Bel Air. When we film Bel Air, we love coming out of the sound stages and seeing the trams filled with excited guests as they drive by. So, keep an eye out. You never know who or what you'll see at the studio tour.
That's right. And over here, coming up on your left-hand side, you're going to see this gray and glass building. This is a post-production facility. So inside this building, what we can do is add special effects. We can do editing. We can also record any additional voices from any of the actors that are in the project that they are working on. It's all the stuff that has to happen after filming. That would be post-production. And also on your left-hand side, you can see this beige, ridgy roofed building. Inside there is an amazing workshop where we build our sets and our flats. And we also store our sets and our flats inside there in between seasons of television shows to get best use of our sound stage time. And coming up on your right-hand side, you see our minions making a mess of things. And back on your left-hand side, you will see our base camp kitchen. Now, this is a restaurant for everybody here on the studio lot. You know, if you need a little food after working hard, you come here and get it. And then, oh, hey everybody, check this out. Don't make a big noise because it's our first celebrity sighting. We don't want to scare him away. It's Ted. How's it going, Ted? Now, Ted is toasting us with his beer because he's very excited about his television show on Peacock right now.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my Peacock original event series, TED. It's a prequel series set in 1993. And that means our skilled craftspeople had to build a high school, a house, and even recreate downtown Boston as it looked back in the day, using exterior sets and facades that you're about to see on the tour. But I should warn you, TED is intended for mature audiences only. So grown-ups, tell the kids to go in the other room before you watch. Oh, come on!
And over here on your left-hand side, you will see our production bungalows. Now, inside here, we have got production companies, and what's happening is they are writing, and casting, and budgeting, and doing all the things that have to happen before that script that they are writing can be turned into a television show or a movie. And coming up on your right-hand side, you're going to see our casting shop. And what they do here in our casting shop, here it is right here, they actually cast plaster and plastic and rubber and things like that help with the creation of our interior and exterior sets. Back on your left-hand side, you'll see our production bungalow, 5195. That was Alfred Hitchcock's bungalow when he worked here at Universal.
I'd like to tell you about Universal Studios Tour. They have sets, stuntmen, action, special events,
This is known as Colonial Street.
You do meet the strangest people on the tour.
All right, everybody. Right here in front of you, you are getting a little glimpse of our Metropolitan set, our New York Street right here. But there's a little production going on there, so we are going to go straight to Skull Island.
It's the original King Kong that made me direct movies. I saw that movie on TV age when I was old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up the edge. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Sky Island. It was great to have you along for the ride. have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
That's right, we are about to return to Skull Island, so please remember to stay seated. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times and hold on to your belongings. If you're going to do any photography, please make sure to keep your flash off out of respect to the people around you. Kong 360 3D.
It did? No, I didn't. Oh yeah, it came on. Oh my god.
So that experience was brought to
That's
you
not
screens that are 40 feet tall.
Nothing's different. The only thing that
180 feet
changed
wide.
is
It was created by the
I didn't
Academy
think that.
Award-winning digital effects company.
My favorite part
Weta
about the
Effects, and they have worked with Peter Jackson on multiple films, including King Kong, of course, as well as Planet
Oh, wait, no,
of
they
the
did add
Apes,
something to the Jurassic
Lord
Park,
of the
Jurassic Park
Rings,
area.
the Hobbit trilogies, and Avatar.
The movie?
With the Project Record Studio Tour, the audience.
Oh, on the tour? Oh, that's
that's
what we're experiencing right now. Yeah, they finally refurbished it, but this is the preview of it. Yeah. We're not going up there, but they got the dino. You can watch my previous video if you want. Go to my channel. Apparently, we're not going up there. You can go watch. It was a dino paddock, brand new animatronics. You can go ahead and watch that.
There's no cuts because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
So right now, we are behind our Metropolitan set, was once the actual home for the original King Kong ride.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And South
I just
Action.
realized
Did
why we're
you
not going
know
up there is
The
because
Metro
it's like tram
sets were
crash.
once the home to
They're
Hollywood's
worried.
biggest star.
Right here is where the original
That's where
studio
the tram
tour
crashed, that's why we're not
King
going up
Kong
there.
attraction
Resided from 1986 until
That's where the tram
2000.
crashed.
He stood 30 feet tall and weighed in at 13,000 pounds.
The picture cars, the Jurassic Park part, and the flash
Millions of
flood.
guests got to meet King Kong face to face as he shook
So we're
the
skipping all
track.
that because
So
that's was
close
that
you could feel his
they were driving through there when it happened.
And if you look off on your left-hand side here, you see this big brick wall. And I said before, we have a casting shop where we cast plaster and plastic. Well, one of the things that we do make there are bricks. And you can see in this big brick wall here, you see those squares, the actual squares of plastic that are printed with bricks. That is what we make in our casting shop, as well as a lot of the other stone that you see in our Metropolitan set. On your right-hand side, you'll see our mural here of our classic Universal Monster movies, done by Tristan Eaton. And coming up over here on your right-hand side as well, this round tank here, this is actually a tank where we put water in here. And this is where we can film water scenes. So that little square door opens up, the camera rushes up to it, puts the lens up to it, and you can film people in the water. That's how we do water scenes in there. In fact, that is where Kramer swam in the Hudson River in that famous Seinfeld episode. And speaking of water, on your left-hand side, you're looking at our Hollywood Ocean. Now, this body of water here in 1974 was added. We added the parting of the Red Sea to the studio tour, inspired by the classic film The Ten Commandments, a Paramount picture. The star of the movie, Charlton Heston, made an appearance to part the waters for our guests, and the glamour trams seemed to drive right through the lake and give everyone on board a sea-level view.
Awesome.
Here we go, right there. You see that
Now,
building?
they've also been
That building?
they've also
That
been
building's earthquake
exploding
right
water mines, torpedoes, and prop
Wait, see what
submarines
happens.
as
We go
part
through
of
the
the
sets
action
over
as well.
here, and we go into earthquake. So we're about to go through it. I'm so excited, dude. It's been like years. We usually go through the western sets, but we're not going through it, I guess.
Tell him they can walk on water. It's
That's
part of
what
the
it
tour.
is, right?
Yeah.
And this body of water, this Hollywood Ocean here, was also home to the Creature from the Black Lagoon,
Oh my God,
which
there
is
it is.
also celebrating an anniversary. 2024 marks the 70th anniversary of the 3D classic Creature from the Black Lagoon, which filmed here in our Hollywood Ocean. It's part of our legacy of horror films and monster movies that stretches from Dracula 1931
There's a tram
to
in there,
the
the right- the light's
upcoming
red.
Dark Universe at Universal Epic Universe, opening next year in Orlando.
This is the
All right,
preview
so
event,
right
and
now
it
we are
actually starts
entering
this
our
Friday.
Little Europe set where it all began. This is where we filmed Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein and the Wolfman. And as we make our way in here, you can see how this can double as just about any little European village, right? All we have to do is put the right signage in the windows, the right language, right post boxes, the right lampposts, set decorated in the proper way, and we can be transported to anywhere in France, or Germany, or Holland, or Spain. It all depends on how we set decorated. A very important artist they making of a television show or movie. This is where Mel Brooks filmed a lot of his History of the World Part 1. And on your left-hand side, you'll see a yogurt shop from The Good Place. That's because this was The Good Place for all 4 seasons of the show. In fact, over here on your left as well, you see a railway station sign. And coming up on your right-hand side, you're going to see the Court of Miracles. So this is where, in all the classic Universal Monster movies, this is where the anchored villagers would come with their pitchforks and their torches, and they'd be like, I don't like monsters in my village. Get them out of here. I don't understand them.
That's a good accent.
You know, I always thought if they just took a moment to maybe get to know the monster, they might find out that they're all right. You know what I mean? I mean, let's just take Frankenstein's monster for just a moment. That guy is super tall. I mean, he can reach stuff off the
Oh
top
my God,
shelf,
it's happening.
right? I mean, as a short person,
I'm so excited, dude.
I'd hire him.
I've waited for
Just
this for
saying, maybe
so
we should all
long. I've
just
waited
take a
for this for
moment to
like
get to
6
know our
months to
monsters.
happen.
We might find that they're
Ever since I knew they were
of
refurbishing
society. So here is something interesting about the casting of Frankenstein's monster. It was originally
here we
supposed to
go.
be played by Bela Lugosi.
What?
Now, Bela Lugosi, he
Probably
played
not.
Dracula,
Probably
and
not.
because of that, he was the biggest Universal
Here we
star
go.
of the time. And because of his star power, they really wanted him to play the monster. But he wasn't really into it because he had to wear a lot of makeup. And he had no lines. But he agreed to do it under one condition: if he can do his own makeup. So they said, all right. So they ran a test, which means they shot some footage of him and his makeup doing the monster thing. And the reaction from the producers was laughter. And this really upset Bela Lugosi. He's like, forget about it. I'm not going to do it. You can get any monster. You can get any extra to do this part. And that's exactly what happened. They got Boris Karloff, who was an extra in other Universal Monster movies. He came forward.
Oh my God.
He did the part, and then he became the biggest Universal star of the time. Now, Bela Lugosi did eventually play Frankenstein's monster way down in the Frankenstein series when Frankenstein met the Wolfman. And that was all set up just for me to do the Wolfman again. It was a totally worth a journey.
Here we go,
right?
we got going on.
All right, so right now,
brand new.
we are headed into
Refurbished.
Soundstage 50, and you may have known last year that we closed our Earthquake attraction. Boo. That stood here, it's parked for decades. But we made way for this brand new set, state-of-the-art soundstage that's already in high demand.
Holy crap.
And yes, they are filming in here right now. That's why it is all decorated at this moment. But they're allowing us to come in here
Holy crap, here we go.
and take a look at it.
This is amazing.
And as you can see here, like I said, it's already put together.
This
It's
is
got
am-
great
this is amazing.
details.
This is so well done.
The great thing about this set here is that the first floor is decorated like the subway station.
This is amazing.
But upstairs we have another set up here, so this is a two-level set here. And it's a pretty state-of-the-art deal. And check it out. This subway station looks like we are in San Francisco. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, Robert, what is going on? Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Wow, it's so new.
Everybody just hold on! I don't... Okay. What's happening? Oh no! Oh, what's happening there? What's up? Oh, that's spark! It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.
That was incredible. That was amazing. Oh my God.
It's the earthquake, everybody, but you should have seen all your faces. You're like, ah, this is so scary. I'm a big baby. Man, I got you so good. So good.
That was amazing. They toned it down so
was
much, and I'm sad.
Earthquake the
It used to be
big
so, it
one.
used to be twice as shaky.
Now, this attraction opened
I remembered
35
it.
years ago.
You
in
had to hold
1989.
on no matter
It
what.
just reopened this
I
spring
loved it. They
for
toned
our
it down a
16th
lot.
anniversary. With a complete Hollywood makeover, updating all the props and movie making. Woo!
That was amazing. Oh
It
my
was updated
God.
for the 21st century, and it is awesome. And you know what? I put you through a lot, so how about we relax a little bit and we go to the beach. We're going to Amity Island, everybody, where every day is like the 4th of July. And Amity Island was a popular New England resort
Oh, I'm
town
gonna get
until they were
wet.
terrorized by a great white shark. But Mayor Vaughn wants you to know that these beaches are perfectly safe and they'll be open soon for summer. And he told me himself to remind you that Amity means friendship. Absolutely beautiful, right? So feel free to kick off your flip-flops and dip your toes into the water. Oh boy, what's that music? Oh no, what is that? Get your toes out of the water! Get your toes out of the water! Oh, no, there's somebody in there. Hey! Hey, you gotta get out of there! There's... Oh, okay, never mind. You know what? I have nothing but your safety in mind, so we're going to pull forward and hide behind these highly flammable barrels of gasoline, where I'm positive nothing can possibly happen to us here.
Oh, it's gonna be nice. Ah, that feels good.
Okay, you know what? I think I made a bad judgment call.
That feels amazing.
But at least we're not being attacked by a shark. Oh no, we're being attacked by a shark! Ah!
Oh, okay, here we go. That felt
Well,
good.
you know, now we can all see it was part of a shark attack. I hope.
Yeah.
So that was Bruce, that was a shark named after the original shark named Bruce, who's named after Steven Spielberg's lawyer. And Mr. Spielberg helped bring Jaws to the studio tour. And Jaws has been a fan favorite on the studio tour since 1976, when the shark made his backlot debut. And there have been a few versions of the shark. We had one, our original one.
Actually, we're going to right now. Hold on, we're going to Flash Flood.
Oversized teeth.
Oh, this is where they crash. This is
And right now,
this is where they crash right here.
Into a very wonderful
Yeah, they blocked it
attraction.
off because they
Please do remember
crashed.
to
They
stay
blocked it
seated,
off.
keep your arms and
That
legs
part's blocked off
inside
because
the
that's where they
vehicle all the time.
crashed.
Hold on to your belongings.
That's where they crash.
We're heading into the classic attraction here on the back lot. Here to tell you about it is today's show co-host, another anchor, Al.
Isn't it usually at the beginning?
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968.
Yeah, I know. I've been on this a lot of times. Yeah.
So you may notice that the rain is being shot out of sprinkler heads that are way up high above the building that you're looking at, and it's falling to the ground using something that I like to call gravity. And here comes another force of nature. Everybody hold on to your belongings and your children. Whoa! Woohoo! Looks like some of you won't have to take a shower tonight. Yay! So all that water is going to go under the bridge, get pumped up the hill, and held in a tank for the next tram to come by and take pictures of it. That is the most photographed water you ever see. I hope you got a picture. And it's also a practical effect. That means it's real, it's tangible. You can interact with it. And it was used in the movie Big Fat Lie.
You can't outrun a wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that. Tiger, funny
I would say they outran the wolf. Welcome to 6 Points. This is our old Western village here. This is where Quentin Tarantino filmed his last film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, most of these sets here are facades. That means they're just for filming on the outside. There's only one set here that is a practical set. That means it's for filming on the inside and outside. And if you look at the doors here, you might notice that some of them are very big, some are very small. We do that because if you want to make someone look bigger and stronger and burlier than they really are, you put them in a very small door frame. So they fill up that door frame. That's messing with the perspective using the single lens of the camera. And that happens because there is only one lens of the camera. We as people, we have two eyes. We can discern height, depth, and things like that. The camera has a hard time doing that, so we can employ these set building techniques to kind of trick it. And on our way out here, if you look on your left-hand side of this very last building, you'll notice that you can look right through the windows and see the rest of the studio. But if we put some curtains in those windows and point the camera in the right way, you as a viewer would never know that you're looking at a facade of an old Western building. All right, everybody, we are about halfway through our tour, so I do want to remind everybody to please stay seated. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle and hold on to your belongings. If you do drop your phone or need to use the restroom, you can pull the cord above your head, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. All right, now on your right-hand side, we're getting another glimpse of the other side of our 6-point set. This is our old Western shop here, and all these boxes and wheels and barrels and old Western props here, these are all up for grabs. Any production can come by and take one. But what they have is they have a dip system. You might see like a piece of paper, a blue paper. There we go, on that door right there, you see a piece of paper. That piece of paper means it's called for another production, and some other production can come by and take it until that piece of paper is gone. And when they're ready for it, they'll come by, pick it up, put it on a truck, take it to the set, use it, and bring it back. And then over here on your right-hand side as well, you're going to see some hobby horses. That's it, just hobby horses. Hobby horses are great, right? And on your right-hand side as well, you see our Spanish set. That's our old Mexico set. We filmed, totally blanked on that. Three Amigos was filmed in there, as well as Picard was filmed in there. And on your left-hand side, you see this house right over here. This was Boo Radley's house from To Kill a Mockingbird. And we're back here at the Jaws set. And this little area where you did meet Jaws was also Cabot Cove for all the seasons of Murder, She Wrote. I think we know who committed all the murders. It was Jaws, everybody. Jaws did it. Okay, over here on your right-hand side, you're going to see this White House up on the hill. We call this the Chicken Ranch, but it is a practical set. Again, that means you can film inside and outside. And originally, this set was built inside of a soundstage, but it was taken apart, rebuilt here. It's been here for quite a while, but we will do that. We will hold on to our sets, use them over and over again, use pieces of them, move them around if we think they're very valuable. Just like the ones you're about to see coming up on your left-hand side, which is part of our Colonial Street, which was Wisteria Lane for all the seasons of Desperate Housewives. And as we keep going up this road here, you're going to see the Lions Estate signs. Yes. Now, you may remember that the Lion Estates was where Marty McFly lived in Back to the Future trilogies. Live in the home tomorrow, today. Now, these signs that you see right here, these are not originals. They are, they're props. I'm sorry, they're replicas of the originals for the 30th anniversary of the film. And Steven Spielberg was actually an executive producer in the Back to the Future films, and we happen to be on Steven Spielberg Drive right now. But this road actually has two names. It's Steven Spielberg Drive as well as Wilderness Road. And we call it Wilderness Road because what we can do on this road is put down some dirt over this concrete, lay down some fallen trees, sprinkle in some shrubbery, and we have created a dirt road out in the middle of nowhere. So that means we can go from, let's say, our metropolitan set, hop into a golf cart, and be in the middle of nowhere in 5 minutes. And that's kind of the great thing about the 400-acre lot that Universal has. It's very versatile, and we really do try to use every inch of it as much as possible. And then coming up on your left-hand side, right-hand side, you see that big blue wall up there. In front of that big blue wall, there is a basin that holds about 350,000 gallons of water.
We're going to get off like we did last time.
It takes about 3 days to fill up. And with that wall and that water, we can do all kinds of water scenes. For example, if you take a look at your screen here, you'll see the movie Sully.
Evacuate.
Now what you see here is real water, real plane, real people. However, the cityscape behind them is done digitally using that big blue wall. All right, everybody. Like I said, we are on Steven Spielberg Road, and in just a moment, we are about to enter into Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds set. Now, this is the movie that starred Tom Cruise. I totally lost his name for a second there, but here we go.
The airplane crashed sunset is
Right now we're going to the back. This house going to be
all designed around envisioning Steven.
To sit down and talk about the War of the World. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep your eyes on me. Listen, Peter, man. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Now closed. Robbie, get in. Get in.
So large-scale sets like these have been part of the studio tour for several decades. Before production destroyed this suburban neighborhood for filming, it was Site B for Lost World Jurassic Park, and prior to that, it served as the whimsical Whoville for How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And right now, on your right-hand side, we are about to see the Bates Motel, or as we like to call it, the Psycho House. Now, this is a highlight since the original 1964 studio tour. Like I said, this is the home of Norman Bates from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. This is where his mother lived and screamed orders from high up on the hill of who he should kill. Now, for the first few decades of the studio tour, one of the hallmarks was to visit the Prop Plaza, where guests could disembark for a once-in-a-lifetime photo and to interact with characters, vehicles, and props from their favorite productions. Well, guess what, everybody? For the 60th anniversary, we have brought this back. Now, we are about to get off, and you're going to have a chance to go walk around and check out some props, get a couple of pictures with some iconic set pieces. But do remember, this is a limited stop. When you're ready to continue for your tour, simply follow the signs. You'll be boarding a different tram with a brand new studio guide, so do remember to gather all your personal belongings and your 3D glasses. You'll need them when you resume the tour. All right, as you disembark, please walk towards the front of the tram and also have fun. It's been a pleasure having you on my tram today. Enjoy the rest of the tour, and I hope you guys get some great pictures. And that is an original studio tour vehicle right there. You should check it out. It's pretty cool, everybody. All right.
Same thing. Are we going to get back on this?
On the other side. Fast and Furious, John.
So cool.
So long, Norman Bates. So long, so long.
All right, folks, we're going to get our tour back on the road. Quick heads up for everybody. We'll let you know we got about 10 to 15 minutes left of the tour. We're going to be heading back to the theme park shortly. Remember to pull that cord above your head if you need any assistance at all. Use that cord above your head if you need any assistance. And arms and legs inside the vehicle. And remain seated.
I remember going to Universal Studios when I was 12 years old, feeling this feeling of wonder. You know, one of my first trips at Universal Studios, seeing the Jaws ride, one of my favorite movies of all time, just feeling like, that's him, that's the Jaws. Like, I don't even know if that is the Jaws, I hope it is. Sharing a space with Hitchcock and Spielberg, I couldn't be more proud. Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jupe Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Well, a little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. Oh, it's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of a UFO hotspot. What's a bad miracle? You're about to find out. Welcome to the world of no.
Super creepy around here, y'all. I think it might be a good idea for us to get out of here. That's right, you got the corny guy. We'll have one more location to stop at before we conclude our tour today. And we're heading toward a part of the studio where we once had an attraction called the Doomed Glacier Expedition, better known as the Ice Tunnel. The Ice Tunnel was featured in an episode of a $6 million band starring Lee Majors and Andre the Giant as Bigfoot. The tram would climb to an imaginary elevation of 12,000 feet. And the only way back to the theme park was through the ice tunnel, where the slightest sound could trigger an avalanche. And it always did, causing the walls to spin and guests to tilt along with the Hollywood special effect. And as you can see right now, we're not heading into an ice tunnel, we're heading into Sullivan's Garage, home of Dom and the family from the Fast and Furious franchise. Let's see what the family is up to this evening. I don't know, I think I hear some type of party going on. Y'all hear that bump and bass, huh? I think I hear some bump and bass.
My name is Roman Pierce. Nice to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you, Shaw, for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone can give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay.
Pierce. Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Neil, that's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not...
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. I got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of this.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Sharp traced us. Ops can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
It's going to be fast and furious up in here. Fast and furious, supercharged up in here, up in here.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After there!
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Cover them up. This thing moving fast enough. Roman, Letty, hook him up.
Hit it!
Now we're moving.
Dad, look out!
You give me the witness to we'll be calling it a day! The witness is mine, Letty!
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away! Find the girls!
Way to go, Letty.
Don't run another missile shot!
Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this.
Don't shoot! Head the bridge! Under construction!
Hit the nitrous.
We're not gonna make it!
Ride or die.
Got in your mouth?
Over the past 6 decades, the studio tour has taken guests on an amazing
Yeah. Wait, the Fast and Furious? No, it's the same.
I hope that you had a great time today. On behalf of everyone at NBC Universal, thank you for joining us to celebrate our diamond anniversary. Here's to another 60 years.
That's right, Jimmy. Here's to another 60 years for us. And thank you all for celebrating 60 years of the studio tour with us tonight as well. Our 60th anniversary is special to us because the studio tour is where it all began for Universal destinations and experiences. Two glamour trans traveling around the studio lot in the summer of 1964, we developed into so much more, including 7 parks, entertaining millions of guests every year, and the upcoming Universal Epic Universe, opening next year in Orlando, Florida. I'd also like to acknowledge all the studio tour ambassadors, drivers, and studio guides throughout our history that helped make the studio tour world famous. for our first 4 guides and drivers to the hundreds of team members that I have now who support the tour today. Thank you all for being our fantastic Platinum Pass members. Download the Universal Studios Hollywood app if you have not downloaded it already. And last but not least, if you want to purchase any of the films or TV shows that you purchased or that you saw in our clips today, you can head to UPHE. Oh, nice. Okay, we're going to head to Unload in just a moment. Head to uphe.com or simply head to one of our stores in the park. We're going to be unloading in just a few moments. I think we cleared some traffic, but quick reminder, remain seated, arms and legs inside the vehicle until the doors are open. All right. Also, I'm going to do the Hollywood thing and pop up some credits. As we say here in Hollywood, that's a wrap. Shout out if you see any of your favorite TV shows or movies.